Hey everybody, Ryan here at eTrailer. Today on our 2022 Chevy Silverado 2500, we're going to be checking out the BMW Patriot sliding fifth wheel hitch. Those of you familiar with towing, chances are pretty good you've heard of the BMW name, and there's a reason why. They make really good parts, everything's well built, and generally speaking is overkill, right? And I always find myself kind of recommending BMW parts, and it's probably what I would use myself. And with that said, you know, one of the things that this hitch is going to do is slide back, and the whole reason for that is for those of you with short beds. All right, and the reason that it's a good idea to use a sliding type hitch if you have a short bed is because you just don't have the clearance like you do with a long bed, right? A long bed, the hitch is going to sit further back and you're going to have a greater distance here. And so what can happen when you're making sharp turns, really sharp turns and things like that, you can actually, your trailer can actually make contact with the cab corner of your truck. And obviously not a good thing, right? You're going to damage your trailer and your truck and have to go through all that. And so that's where the sliding aspect is going to come into play. With this particular one, you're going to have to do it manually. And to me, it's not really a huge deal because it's probably not very often you're going to really have to do this. A lot of times it's those really sharp turns, you're pulling it into a spot or something. But when that is the case, you're going to get out of the truck, you know, follow all the safety precautions, flip up this lever, and then this will slide back and lock into place and give you that additional distance that you need to be able to make those sharp turns safely. Whenever you're done making that maneuver, you're going to do the opposite until this will lock into place here. And this is how you want to tow normally with it. If having to do that manually every now and again doesn't sound appealing to you, just something you don't want to bother with, there are auto sliding type ones that will do it for you pretty much. You know, they're bigger, a couple drawbacks to those, but Demco does make a really nice one, so if that's what you're looking for, it's something to check out. With that in mind though, this hitch is going to be rated for 18,000 pounds, so quite a bit of weight, and it is designed to work with the above bed rail system. So in our case, we have the BMW custom fit kit, great kit. Just about anything BMW has excellent fitment and is really a good matchup for not only the Silverado, but I've done them on Fords and Rams and everything in between, and they work out really well. But it can work with other above bed rail systems too. Pretty much your kind of late model ones, it's just standard rails. So if you got another manufacturer and the spaces are correct, this will drop right in. And like I said, pretty much industry standard right now. So just about whatever rail system you got, you should be in good shape. And if you have a puck system, say a factory puck type system, there's solutions for you as well. You know, they'll have a different base and allow you to use similar things. With this, you are able to adjust the head height. So where this is going to sit, either up or down. Right now we have it on the medium setting. And this is where a lot of people are probably going to find themselves. But with that, you know, you can kind of fine tune it to your particular trailer and truck. So it's nice there, have that adjustment. And that's going to kind of bring me to my next point. Excuse me. So our head here is on the medium setting, and we have plenty of space. It still sits below our bed rails. And even if you put it in the highest position, it's still going to sit below them. And a lot of people are wondering, you know, kind of where that's going to set because of a tonneau cover. You know, people like to keep these things covered up and everything, and I definitely understand that. So regardless on where you set the height of this, tonneau cover should work unless you have one that sits down way low or something like that. But generally speaking, you shouldn't have anything to worry about. The head here, it's going to have some movement in it, so it articulates a little bit. So that should make it a little bit easier when you're hooking up to your trailer. You know, if you're unleveled or something, it'll kind of help find itself. And the head you can actually remove. So this portion here, I'm pulling up on these two levers and pop that off. And that's just going to make it more manageable if you ever want to take the hitch out of your truck. you know, you got two separate pieces, so it frees up a little bit of weight. Not to mention as well, if you were to something happen where this gets damaged or anything, you can just replace this portion. So that's good to know. And one other thing I want to talk about is the clamp that's going to go around your kingpin. Super thick steel, and it actually goes all the way around it. So you have, you know, complete coverage there on the kingpin, and would give me a little more peace of mind, you know, knowing that it's set up like that. Definitely isn't hurting anything. But other than that, at the end of the day, you know, if you're in need of a sliding type fifth wheel hitch, this is one you really can't go wrong with. Like I said before, when it comes to heavy duty towing products, BMW is definitely a contender there in the top spot and makes a lot of really nice things. And that'll finish up our look of the BMW Patriot sliding fifth wheel hitch on our 2022 Chevrolet Silverado 2500.